Hello, 'tis I, Bob Holman, for Secret Horror. We have two Japanese horror mystery thrillers, Strange Houses and Strange Pictures by the enigmatic writer Uketsu, real name unknown, who always appears clad in a black jumpsuit and wearing a white papier-mâché mask. On Uketsu's popular YouTube channel, he uses a synthesized voice, making him sound like a Japanese anime character and further hiding his identity. For me, both these books fall into the subgenre of armchair or comfort murder mysteries. The reader is asked to be a participant in solving the crimes. The quirky part is that even the people solving the mysteries in the books, they're also armchair detectives, in most cases, having only a remote connection to anyone else in stories, and in some cases, no connection at all. There are many great leaps and outrageous speculations within this form. They sound preposterous, but some of them end up being quite true. Strange Houses is an architectural mystery. It concerns a suburban Japanese family house that is put up for sale. The author is messaged by a friend who wants to buy the house, but wants his advice because the design is rather unusual. The author, let us assume that it's Uketsu, is a writer of macabre stories. True that. He becomes interested and asks a friend who's a draftsman and a fan of mysteries to help him out. Together, they delve into the layout of the house using floor diagrams, all of which are printed in the book. It's this kind of visual clues that make Uketsu so unique, or just unique. They discover an isolated children's room in the middle of the second floor. 'Tis purposely hidden with multiple door entrances, a private toilette, but no windows. Now they make a conjecture that this child's room was more to keep someone in rather than keeping others out. And with no proof, without actually even visiting the house or knowing who lived there, they make a giant leap and decide the hidden space housed a child who would occasionally crawl between the walls to the bottom floor and kill guests by plunging a knife into them. Now, that's what I call a true speculation, a giant leap. Now, later, the author reads an article about a buried, dismembered corpse found in Tokyo with a missing left hand. This sends the author plummeting down a rabbit hole of other peculiarly designed houses, old family curses, other murders. Strange tales, delivered strangely, arriving bite-sized and ready to scare the skin off your blood. So that is Strange Houses. The second book is entitled Strange Pictures, and good guess, it revolves around a series of hand-drawn pictures, all of which you see firsthand. Now, the first story in the book follows two paranormal researchers who discover an online diary, a journal by a man whose wife is going through a difficult pregnancy. Through a group of drawings by his wife, we learn that she has left some clues to her untimely death during her delivery, foreshadowing. At first, the images don't seem to connect to each other, but the researchers are able to piece them together like a puzzle box and discover an odd and foreboding overlapping of the images. Like in all of his books, the drawings are not gimmicks. They're a critical aspect of the story. Now, I think the blending of visual puzzles and written horrors is one reason why Uketsu's books are so overwhelmingly popular. The main story in Strange Pictures is about a despised art teacher who climbs a series of mountain stations to reach a vantage point in order to sketch his favorite landscape. While there, he's murdered. But he leaves an ominous clue in the form of a drawing of the mountain. Can you see into the mountain? The unsolved murder lingers for a while until a junior journalist and admirer of the teacher tries to recreate the day of the murder with a disastrous result. Now, Strange Pictures is the better of the books because of the complexities of the main character, who is eventually revealed, well, I shall hold that one. Revealed, let us leave it there. Revealed at the end of the book. You're never told who the main protagonist is because the book is constructed like 3 unrelated short stories. And only in the end do you discover how they are connected. Are they? Overall, a fun read, a fast read. Strange Pictures is constructed with artwork being an intricate element of the story, incredibly so. It's less so for Strange Houses, which weaves into the bizarre cult history of Japan.